Yeah.
Cohlton Schultz, 130 kilograms, Greco-Roman senior world team. You were a 5-time All-American at Arizona State University, reached the national finals. When you look back at that, what was the most rewarding part about being a Sun Devil?
Yeah, I mean, it was a journey. It was a long time. Been there like 6 years already. It's like time flies, but it was a good journey. It was good. I grew as a person, grew as a wrestler, grew as a man. I think most rewarding part was, year 6 coming back. I wasn't even sure if I'd come back to wrestle folk style for another year, but ended up doing it, coming back, wrestle for ASU. And just able to step into a leadership role with the team and really help pour into those guys was super rewarding. It was a blast, and I'd do it over again a million times.
What made you decide to come back for that 6th year?
I mean, I kind of had short notice after Olympic trials. Right after some heartbreak, I had to start figuring out what I was going to do. I thought about leaving, and then I took 2 days. I turned my phone off and just prayed on it. After praying on it, I felt like God was telling me my job wasn't done there yet. He brought me there to be a leader, and I just never stepped into that position all the way. Luckily God was real patient with me. Kept that opportunity going for 6 years, a little more than most people. And I finally was able to step into it and do what he was calling me to do for a while.
What'd you do different than the other 5?
Just fully embraced and stepped into that role as a leader. It was kind of tough just because I would be gone so much for Greco. It's I don't know, do I have the credibility? Am I able to be a leader if I'm only there half the time? I'd be in and out so much. So it was just kind of owning it, accepting it, and just fully stepping in and embracing a role as a leader and starting a Bible study, pouring into people. Bring as many guys to the Lord as I could. It was a lot. It was a bunch of connections, and just stepping into it every single day, doing the best I could.
Go out on a high note, 3rd place, win 2 matches on Saturday. How did that feel to have a really good national tournament?
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to my dad, looking back through all my national tournaments. I had terrible matches on Saturday. I never did well on Saturday. I think I might have won one match before this year on Saturday. So it was a good way to close it out. Beating some quality guys on the last day, closing out with 3rd place was pretty good. Wasn't what we wanted. Wasn't first place, but something I can still look back on and be proud of for sure.
How did you balance the college career and the Greco career simultaneously?
It was tough. I'm lucky. My coaches, they were awesome. They're always awesome. They're still awesome. Zeke Jones, when I first committed to ASU, he knew that I wanted to do both, and him and I both knew it was going to be the hard way to do it. Definitely wasn't going to be easy. And he didn't just let me do both, but he really pushed me and everything. Middle of the season, right after Pac-12s, I remember skirting out overseas for Greco tournaments on a couple occasions, and he would not just let me, but push me to go to Greco camps in the middle of the season whenever it made sense. And it was just what I needed to do to be able to make both work. I could have picked an easier route and gone with one or the either. I did both, and it was tough, but I think I'd do it the same way every single time. It helped me grow for sure.
We're in this transfer portal era, but you stayed at Arizona State the entire time. That says something about the program. What does that say that you were able to stay there that entire time?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, I was thinking in my head maybe some kind of change is what I needed to break through and get a little more success, but staying put, I was able to win. I was able to beat some quality guys, staying put, and I think you go where you know the people are going to take care of you, and you stick with the people that are pouring into you. For me, it was ASU. They took care of me for 5 years. It was a no-brainer. 6 made sense. As much as years might have perked up thinking going somewhere else, but I just realistically I couldn't see myself wrestling for anyone else.
How would you describe your rivalry with Adam Coon? 13 matches so far, probably going to be more, but how would you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great competitor, world silver. He's a great wrestler, great competitor, prepares well every time. I was able to get the better of him this time, but every year he comes back, he's going to be better, and it definitely pushes me as a competitor. It pushes me every single time. I got to get better. I can't be sitting back expecting anything. yeah, it's just he's a great competitor. He's someone you got to be prepared for every single time.
Did you work on that head pinch specifically in that match that you got?
No, it wasn't just for him. I've been head pinching everybody now. That's my go-to. Everybody knows it. Everybody in the world already knows it. You know, he had to be on the other end of it, but yeah, it's my number one move. Everybody in the world knows it now.
How do you get ready for the common thread of parterre defense?
Yeah, I've been feeling good on parterre. I made some, you know, we had a coach, John Morgan, that came into the OTC. I don't remember which summer it was, a couple years ago. And he kind of changed how I saw parterre defense. I started making some small tactical changes, some small technical changes, and yeah, I've been doing really well in parterre defense. I don't get turned much nowadays. So that's, you know, I buttoned that up. Now I just got to figure out how to score some points.
Greco Heavyweights, that's what we're known for, medals in Greco Heavyweights. We're going to put you on the spot. Who are some of the Greco Heavyweights that have done well? We know who they are, but have you followed some of their careers?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, Adam was he had a silver not too long ago, and you know, now with the drug test and stuff, Robbie's probably getting that bronze now. Robbie was my guy, and then Jamil Byers, he still comes in the room, helps us out a lot, and he was a guy I remember watching when I was a little kid. He was my favorite forever. He's a legend, and of course Rulon Gardner, one of the greatest wins of all time, greatest upsets. And there's so many names at heavyweight you can go back and just keep rattling them off. But yeah, definitely a legacy of U.S. heavyweights in Greco. Yeah, I need to pick up my end of the deal and start winning some medals for sure.
Yeah, Matt Gaffari, you go that far back. Jeff Blatnick, even Chris Taylor, he was a big boy. So.
Oh yeah, it keeps going.
Yeah. How do you want to maintain that? It's like, is this what you're doing now? Is this your career to be Greco?
Yeah. This is you know, this is what I do now. You know, I was going both styles, but you know, now I'm locked in. I'm a Greco guy. Just got to do everything it takes to get some medals for the U.S.
How are you going to do that? Like, that's what everyone wants to know. The last medal we had was 2021, and I think there's a lot of enthusiasm that we're going to get medals. Like, how are we going to make that happen?
For me, I don't think you can overthink it. You know, wrestling, when you break it down, wrestling's simple. It's whoever can put more points on the board. So, you know, just got to button up the defense and figure out, put some points on the board when we get the opportunities. Nothing I don't think you can overthink. I think you got to keep it simple. Just figure out how to go win wrestling matches.
How nervous does your dad get when he goes to these tournaments? What kind of fan is he?
He gets real nervous. Yeah, he usually struggles eating anything for the whole weekend. He'll be all freaking out, but he does a good job. He doesn't show me too much. He does a good job of hiding it. Yeah, I'm lucky he's able to make it to a lot of these trips now.
Does he get loud in the stands too, or what's he do?
It's a mix. It's a mix. You'll definitely hear him yelling for passives and whatnot, but yeah, he doesn't get too crazy, I don't think.
When you wrestled in Greco Heavyweight, there's a lot of different body styles. How do you navigate that? Because Adam Coon is a lot different than you. How do you navigate those styles? Yeah, it's funny. Like, when you're trying to prepare, there's just no realistic feel you can get for a training partner to like try to replicate Adam. Like, he's just so big, so tall, so strong. There's just nobody you can replicate that with. So that's another one. Sometimes you gotta simplify it. You know, block out what everybody else is doing, what everybody else has got going on. You just gotta get better at wrestling, and getting better at wrestling tends to figure out a lot of its own problems. There's not a lot of big Greco heavyweights. How do you get that feel? Yeah, I mean, it's been nice this year getting overseas a bunch, getting a lot of looks against international guys throughout the year. You know, we did our trial system early, so we were able to squeeze in a couple extra trips. We made it to Azerbaijan. We had a great camp with a bunch of international countries coming to see us in the springs, and then we made it to another camp in Hungary. So yeah, getting plenty of looks against all the best in the world. So I just got to put it together. You mentioned the call to be a leader on the Arizona State team. Are you a leader on this Greco team? We're stepping into it. It's for sure. It's different on the senior level. You got a lot of personalities and a lot more guys that tend to know what's at stake and what we all got to do. So it's hard. I wouldn't say there's any one leader that steps in. We all know what we're in for, and we're all taking care of each other along the way. So I don't know if I'd say there's any one leader or any one position I'm stepping into. I think we all do a good job leading and taking care of each other. What's your most memorable Lee Pritz story? Oh man, that's a good question.
Oh, there was a week this season. I would lead the Bible study a lot of times this season, and there was a week where it was like not one other person showed up. We had finals going on or whatever, and nobody else showed up. So I just stayed there and I hung around for like a good 20 minutes in case anyone was gonna make it in. And then Pritz was the only guy that ended up showing up to the wrestling room, and he was just showing up for a workout. But then him and I ended up having a chit chat about coaching philosophies for probably like an hour and a half. I was just picking his brain, and yeah, if you've been around Pritz, you know he's just legendary. Like the way he interacts with people is just so different. So it was fascinating getting to pick that apart.
Have you ever seen the stuff he does on the road? I think he's made grilled cheese sandwiches with a iron.
I believe it.
I don't know if he does that kind of stuff on the road, but yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anything from you, Andrew?
Yeah, just telling Kyle earlier, I think because you made so many teams, I may have interviewed you more than anybody else from Team USA. So
right.
Going back to U17s, U20s, we just saw Michael in here. You guys were on that U23 team in Spain. How do you look at your career kind of in chunks? Where is it like, okay, this is the U17 phase of the high school, and this is college, because you're doing both, Greco and Scholastic or whatever
right.
you want to call it, folk style the whole way. How do you look back at what kind of wrestler you were then, and how do you think you've evolved?
That's a good question. It's interesting looking back. Like when I even think about my run I made at cadets, it's like I figured out how to pummel a little bit. Got beat up by all the senior guys enough that I figured out how to pummel, be able to hold my own enough, and I had an off balance, and that was it. And I made a run for a world title that year. And as I started picking it up Greco more and more, and started putting more pieces together, that led to success. So it's interesting looking back. It's just funny. You just feel like you just come so far so fast. It's like I almost feel like an old guy on the team already, just because I've been making teams for so long now. But I'm still a young buck, still hungry for it. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to pick apart my career so far, because it feels like, while it feels like it's been for a hot minute now, it still feels like I'm still young. I'm still a young guy, so I still gotta put it all together first,
Yeah, we can save the retrospective for later.
Yeah, down the road, we'll get there.
That.
We'll get there.
You're still looking ahead at the long road you got. More competitions, but your passport's got to be completely worn through at this point.
Just about.
With all the trips. Had to get that early.
Right.
Also been having fun conversations with the rest of the team. You guys are like a close-knit group. Everybody's known each other for a while now. You just got through 2 months of camp, and you got more to come. How are you with playing cards, and who's your spades partner?
I'm surprised I haven't jumped in on spades. I'm big on Magic the Gathering. I've been trying to convince them to play Magic the Gathering with me. I haven't gotten anyone yet.
All right.
I've been bringing the decks everywhere. We'll see.
Yeah, you got to figure out a way to initiate that.
Right.
Turn-based strategy games, sometimes.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot like spades. Is not too dissimilar.
Right. It's fun. I got Max into it a little bit. Azerbaijan. I convinced him a little bit. He played a couple times, but.
Okay. What kind of what's your deck like? What's your Magic?
I have a bunch. I have too many. I have too many already. If we want to get real nerdy about it,
I think this is the time.
We
don't have to spend the rest of another half hour.
Yeah.
But.
No, if we want to get real nerdy about it, I'm really into the red and green decks. A lot of ramp, a lot of aggro in those are pretty fun. Get to cheat out a lot of creatures. I got this one that's it's from the Tarkir Dragonstorm line. Can't remember what it's called now off the top of my mind. But it's got this. The commander is Urini of the Unwritten, and it just lets you pull out free dragons nonstop. You can go from like 2 dragons on turn 3 or whatever. By turn 5, you have like 12 dragons out, and nobody can stop you. It's a blast.
Yeah, almost overpowered.
Yeah, yeah, it makes you feel great.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like a big, strong guy at the table for
when
sure.
You pull the right cards, you're going to avalanche someone and just wipe the floor with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not bad. All right, glad we got into some Magic the Gathering talk. We've been asking a lot of guys like what their favorite food is after they eat, but it sounds like your weight's you're not worried about cutting, so it's like you probably just kind of eat pretty normal.
Yeah, seafood diet. By seafood, I eat it.
Exactly. All right. Well, last question then before we let you get back to everything. But what's your favorite thing to do in a weight room? Like, what exercise do you actually like look forward to working?
The easy answer, honestly, for that one, I love push press. I feel like a push press is the one that makes me feel like a big, strong guy. That one makes me feel tough always. It's always fun. You know, picking up big heavy weight and pushing over your head makes you feel cool.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of practical benefits
Right.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Doing all those movements in a match. All right, well, Cohlton, thank you for your time, man. I hope you're enjoying
Thank you.
all this cool stuff that Rudis and USA Wrestling put together. And anything else before we let you go?
I don't think so.
All right, well, thanks again for your time.
Appreciate it.